Joining us now to discuss this is with us Professor Adam Dixon, Adam Smith Chair at the Panmure House and Professor at the Edinburgh Business School. Also with us is Hassan Hashmi Pirzada, geopolitical expert. And joining us in a bit will be Dr. Wael Awad, senior journalist. He'll be joining us shortly. Let's begin. Sure. Mr. Pirzada, let's bring you in on this conversation again. Pakistan playing a role as far as mediations are concerned. Not a lot of details are available publicly as to what constitutes this deal. We have one news report by the Mehr news agency, which again is an Iranian news agency. It's listed out 14 points, amongst them issues like a $300 billion fund, the frozen assets to be returned back to to Iran. There's also talk now, another Iranian news agency saying that some kind of service fee will perhaps be levied as far as Hormuz is concerned. Any indication? You have your ears close to the ground. Any indication on what constitutes this truce?
Thanks a lot for having me, Ashmit. I think so. The truce, which is broken by Pakistan with the pivotal mediation, it represents a very fragile but a very historic step towards the de-escalation. While we are still awaiting, the official text is still undisclosed. As you rightly pointed out, Mehr News Agency and just the sources pointing out that there are elements of some sort of a fee, a service fee instead of a toll fee, which will be getting done by the Iranians for the state of Hormuz in cooperation with the Omanians. And there's also talks of a 300 billion reconstruction fund as well. But we don't have any confirmation yet. There are, different news coming out from Islamabad as well. It's very hush-hush. There is, as with the whole negotiation cycle for the last few months as well, when it has remained in a very tight circle in Islamabad as well, and nothing has been leaked towards Pakistani journalists. Usually in Pakistan, when such kind of high intensity activity happening, there are some leaks, few leaks get, done to the journalist, and journalists are able to create the picture of it. But in this circumstance, there is no news coming out. Whether the framework, this obviously the truce is called for an immediate ceasefire on all fronts, including Lebanon and the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz commercial shipping. What I have heard is that the US will lift its naval blockade on all the Iranian ports, and Iran will receive the partial access to the frozen assets to support its reconstruction. And the fee also, I forgot about it. The fee also been inserted apparently at the very last minute, it has been Iranian insertion into that agreement. And that's what we heard from Iran as well, and from some sources in Pakistan as well. But the ceasefire is extremely fragile, as you rightly pointed out in your intro as well, in your question with the professor. Israel is a spectacle on that, and they have continued with their limited operation against Hezbollah. Iran has very clearly pointed out that they won't end on all fronts as well. And I'm hoping that as soon as June 19 come and this agreement is signed, US will be able to enforce that on Israel as well, and we can come out of this 108 days of war between US, Israel, and Iran.
Correct, Mr. Pirzada. It's been over 100 days as far as this conflict is concerned. June 19th. I beg your pardon. If this truce holds, the signing will of course be due in Geneva. Welcome back to News Center. I have with me Professor Adam Dixon as well as Mr. Hassan Hashmi Pirzada. Mr. Pirzada, coming to you. Pakistan, again, playing a key role as far as these negotiations are concerned. But there's also the involvement of Qatar as far as the final few days of these negotiations are concerned. The signing, of course, will be in Geneva. Is there a sentiment that perhaps the work that was done, was put in by Pakistan, perhaps could have been recognized with an Islamabad signing? Or are the leaders still happy, still content with the signing being hosted in Geneva?
I think so. Pakistani has played a very indispensable and central role as the primary diplomatic bridge between Washington and Tehran, and we have facilitated these back channel delivering the key proposals and maintaining the communication. Under these intense pressure time, Pakistan brokered the first, the ceasefire as well, and now, Pakistani Prime Minister was the one who announced this a memorandum of understanding on a tweet. So I think so. Pakistan standing as a interlocutor and as a master mediator has been, around the world, has been widely praised internationally by all the world leaders as well. Pakistan is okay being at Geneva or anywhere as well. Main concern was for this war to be finished. At the end of the day, whether it's going to be signed in Geneva or it is going to sign in Vienna, the memorandum will be called Islamabad Declaration, and the history will remember that Pakistan has played a very key role, the main role in bringing these two countries together on the table and getting a memorandum of understanding signed. And I think so. What I have heard, Pakistani leadership has expressed their satisfaction with their role as the behind the scene facilitator and mediator, and it carries more strategic weight than hosting a public signing event as well. We have done the Islamabad talks before as well. Second time it was ready as well. So Pakistanis are more than happy for it to be signed in Geneva. Pakistan's role has been appraised by all the world leaders around the world.
Right. Mr. Pirzada, again, we're looking at this tentative truce between the two sides until that signing takes place in Geneva. So I'd like to thank you for all those insights. But as you correctly pointed out, again, a tentative truce is what we have. We'll, of course, circle back, check on Friday if it's held, if the two leaders of the two countries will sign it in Geneva. Mr. Pirzada, Professor Dixon, thank you so much for joining us. With that, it's a wrap on this edition of News Center. More news and updates will continue right here.